definitely. I feel like we have to play that way, and especially this time of the year, anything could happen. And I believe in miracles, so miracles do happen.
Good evening and welcome to this week's edition of Tigers Roar here on Pelican Sports TV. I am Tommy Krysan, and I want to thank Buddy Sanji for pinch hitting last week, but we got the man, the other left-hander from New Orleans, Jordy Hultberg, back in the behind the desk. How are you, sir?
Good. It's basketball season. It gets a little busy for me, but I'm glad to be here.
Did you bring this cool weather this week?
No. Did you see the picture at the Barclays Center where they're having the ACC basketball tournament? Snow coming down like crazy. St. Louis, where the SEC tournament, it snowed there today, so there's a nor'easter brewing.
I mean, St. Louis. I know Missouri's in the SEC. I know they want to broaden the footprint. But isn't that tough on the fans to travel to St. Louis? What's attendance going to be? Of course, we don't know. We'll know come Sunday.
Ain't going to be many LSU fans there, I can tell you that.
Well, and by the way, Tremont Waters, tip of the hat, he's made the all-freshman SEC team, and I got a bone to pick that I want to discuss with you. I think we did this last year about that. But broke his nose in practice this week. He wore a mask at the shoot-around on Wednesday in St. Louis, and will wear the mask in the game against Mississippi State Thursday night. They win, they get Tennessee. Coach Wade said he's fine, just one of them little protective things. Did you ever wear one of those?
No. I stayed away from all that contact. Are you kidding me?
I didn't know if you accidentally
caught
an elbow. I know you didn't go in the paint much.
I caught elbows. I got a hard head, though.
But you didn't go in the paint much.
I did go in the paint, but not,
You in and out.
I just learned.
In, dished it, went out.
It's like a boxer. You got to duck and bob and weave and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's going to be, look, they can talk all they want. Rip Hamilton wore that thing for years and years, but
shot pretty well.
But it took him 2 or 3 months to get used to it, he said. So we'll see.
Well, speaking of LSU basketball, obviously the SEC tournament, they're the 10th seed. They were picked 14th in the preseason out of 14 teams. So they've made some strides.
No question.
In the correct direction.
No question.
And with the recruiting class that's coming in and, more than likely an NIT bid, perhaps a home game in the NIT.
I think so.
Things are looking so much better than it did 12 months ago.
Yeah. Oh, and the key, you touched on it, they've gotten better incrementally throughout the course of the year. The players are better individually, and they're better collectively, so that bodes well. So, look, I'm not a big fan of you just beat Mississippi State, and State's better than what they played in that game, and you have to play them again Thursday night. That's going to be a tough task. Because State needs to get some wins to get into a tournament as well. So it'll be a very interesting matchup. But look, they got great games. Who are you picking, A&M or Alabama?
Yeah.
How about that for a first-round game for them? So we'll see. I'm not a big fan of St. Louis, but it's going back to Nashville. It'll be in Atlanta, going back to Nashville, going to Tampa for a year. It'll be back in Nashville for 3 years. Nashville's more centrally located for everybody. So maybe they'll get it in the Smoothie King Center.
That would be good.
Year. Maybe
now,
so.
This LSU team, well, no, let me back it up. The SEC, through the first half of the league schedule, everybody, they're going to get 8, 9, 10 teams in there. The league's better, and it is better. Then they started gobbling up each other a little bit, and, you got a lot of, like LSU's 8 and 10 in league. You got a lot of 10 and 8, 9 and 9, 8 and 10 teams. It still shows that the league is a lot better because you don't have that 3-4 teams up here, 3-4 at the bottom. You had a better league top to bottom.
They won the Big 12 Challenge. A lot of people are saying the Big 12 might be the best league. Well, the SEC won that. I still think they're going to get 8 teams in it. I don't think there's any question about that. Oh, I really do. And if LSU gets lucky and gets to the finals of the SEC tournament, it'll be an interesting Sunday selection show.
That'll be interesting as well.
So we still know who won. The only team that won the SEC.
He was in uniform that night. Where was that tournament at?
Birmingham. And it snowed in Birmingham that night. Yes, we beat.
Isn't that when y'all had to stay? You couldn't go home.
Yeah. Kentucky beat us for the regular season title in overtime. We got Kentucky again in the finals of the SEC tournament, and Dwayne Scales went nuts. He went crazy good.
What's he doing now?
Last I heard, he's a bus driver, city bus driver in Dallas, Texas. The tallest bus driver in the DFW Metroplex.
All right, I got into this on the radio Wednesday. Here's a problem I have, and I've had it for many years.
Bone to pick?
Yeah.
Okay, pick it.
and you're the basketball guy. I
Okay.
mean, we're all well versed in all sports. You
Okay.
lean that way, I lean baseball. The SEC releases the all SEC first team, second team, all defensive team, and all freshman team.
Right.
The all freshman team, the first team and the second team have 8 guys on it. The last time I looked, you guys play basketball with 5.
Yeah.
Why not put 5 on the all SEC
Because
team?
they don't want to hurt feelings.
Forget
I'm
that.
just telling
It's
you.
5.
They don't want to hurt feelings.
They only got 5 on the defense. On the all defense team only has 5.
'cause nobody
Why don't we
plays
just
defense.
make everybody all conference? All 14 coaches a coach of the year. Everybody's a scholar athlete of the year.
What if it was your son and he was like
if he
maybe
ain't the top
6 or
5,
7?
then he's on the second team. Or if
Okay.
he ain't the next top 5, he ain't on either
No,
team.
I agree. I
That's
have
gnawed at me for years.
and I have been of the belief, do it by position as well.
Yeah, you should have a post, a couple of forwards, a couple of guards. And I know the game has changed
Or
a lot. Some
maybe
teams don't have
3
a true,
guards and 2 forwards.
Some
Something like that.
teams don't have a true post. I
But
get it. It ain't like
How is it that Auburn wins the league and they don't have anybody on the first team all SEC? How does that work?
well, I guess that's what happens when you vote.
But look, LSU finished 10th, as you said, and if you look, according to the coaches, not one player on any team other than Waters who made the all-freshman team. Kind of shows you, but helps on the way.
Well, it's a team game.
Helps
you
on-
know?
that's right,
Okay,
helps on the
so
way.
a couple of things. Yeah. Hey, also
There ain't no Anthony Davis on the team. That's all I can say.
a lot of baseball to get to, and what a night Tuesday night at the box. Coach Maneri, Coach Berman, LSU baseball, honor Roger Kadar.
Good for
Roger
them.
Kadar night had his picture on all the game tickets. Ceremony. You see the picture? They gave him the rocking chair.
That's great.
You see Skip and Coach Maneri out there. Roger Kadar has done so much for this community, for this state, for Southern University, Southern baseball, college baseball. He's helped many a high school coach, many a travel ball coach.
Mm-hmm.
He has had players from the Dominican, from Puerto Rico, from Panama.
Look how good he
33
looks.
years out there at Southern. Great friends with everybody here at Pelican. He's part of our team, is the way we like to call it. And I thought it was awesome to see LSU recognize
Very
a
well
man
done. Classy
who's
act.
done so much for the game of baseball at all levels.
Is he on your Mount Rushmore of baseball
Absolutely.
coaches in the state of Louisiana? So you got to
Absolutely.
get Bertman. You got to have Maestri,
Maestri.
Maneri, and Cater. What about Robichaux?
Robichaux got to Omaha, so he's got to be the next one if you pick another one.
Okay.
Joe Brockhoff, many great years at Tulane, but never to Omaha. Brockhoff would be probably after Robichaux. They won a lot of conference titles at Tulane, put a lot of guys in the Pro Bowl.
A lot of good
With,
coaches.
As Brockhoff used to say, I was famous. He goes, for every dollar I spend on recruiting, LSU spends 49. Yet I've still got to go compete against them.
And that's the way it ought to be.
Right, but I'm just saying, so I think you're right. Kadar, Bertman, Maneri, Maestri, without a doubt, and quickly followed by Tony Robichaux. Another trip to Omaha, and you put him in there.
Yeah, but Robichaux,
Brockhoff.
Kadar, I mean, seriously, no offense.
Kadar got Southern to the regionals, had a Golden Spikes Award winner in Ricky Weeks. The number of players that he turned into the pros. Robichaux got to Omaha.
Yeah.
Turned a lot of players into the pros, and they've just redone the park
Yeah.
over there. It's magnificent. For what I understand, I'm gonna see it soon. But anyway, they got to be close.
Yeah, let's put them together, and then you've got Bertman, Maestri, and Maneri. So let's do it like that.
And then a little bit after that, maybe Ray Didier.
Okay.
A
lot of good coaches.
He did at ULL, Nichols, and LSU, and
A
all
lot
that.
of good
So-
coaches.
And no, and I don't mean to leave anybody out. There's
No.
been some other coaches. Mike Knight at Nichols did a great job for a long time, and there've been some others that have done some really good things. But no, you're right about that. It was great to see that for Coach Kadar Tuesday night at Alec Box Stadium. Skip Bertman.
Way to go, Roger the Dodger.
Hey, let's get to a break. We'll come back and put some baseball stuff on you right after this pause here on Tigers Roar. That is Jordy Hellberg. I am Tommy Krysan. Pelican Sports TV, Tigers Roar. Spread the roar and stay with us.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Hi, I'm Jordy Heltberg for Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market at 12451 Old Jefferson Highway. Chairman's Reserve steaks, their pork, their chicken, their seafood, top of the line. Primo barbecue pits, Icy Tech coolers. They can go anywhere and cater anything for you. Go to 751-7665 to call Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market, where good meat ain't cheap and cheap meat ain't good. Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market.
Cypress Lake Apartments are conveniently located off Segan Lane in Baton Rouge, a CLK multifamily management property. Come see this community, which has many amenities including swimming pools, fitness room, playground, and much more. 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments. Stop by Cypress Lake Apartments, call 225-293-6789, or go online, live at cypresslakeapts.com. We continue with Tigers Roar here on this week's edition. Don't forget the original airing each and every week. Wednesday nights, you got replays on the Pelican, replays on the ETEL cable system, and of course, youtube.com/Pelican Broadcast and mid-morning Thursday. It's available there. You can watch it at your convenience in its entirety. youtube.com/Pelican Broadcasting. We talked about them honoring Coach Kadar. Well, Southern was at the box to play LSU. New Southern coach is a great guy, Kerrick Jackson. I met him many months ago when he first got a job. Had numerous meetings with him. We're working with athletic director Roman Banks and marketing director Denise out there. We're trying to get some more stuff going. We did some basketball out there last week, a big SWAC doubleheader, and had a big crowd at that game. That was really fun out at the F.G. Clark Activity Center. But Kerrick Jackson, really good guy, you know, taking over for Kadar. That's big shoes to fill, obviously. But I think he's going to do a fine job. He'd been at Missouri, coached at Nichols in 07-08, so he's got a little familiarity with some of the high school coaches in Louisiana and whatnot. But so they, after they did all the Kadar stuff, those two teams met and got it going on at the box. And we've got some highlights and a recap, including some comments from Coach Paul Maneri and Cam Sanders, who had a couple of bad outings. Had a really good outing, got his first win at LSU. He'd been a junior college player. He had some wins at junior college. It's not his first collegiate win, first LSU win, and had a much better outing. Yeah. So we'll hear from him as well. Here's a little bit of Paul Maneri, Sanders, and other recaps of LSU's 8-2 win over Southern on Tuesday night.
And getting that little center fielder back was also another storyline for the game. And it was just good to see him back out there patrolling center field with Antoine right next to him. He just felt confident when balls went up that we had a pretty good chance of catching the ball. And I thought Zach swung the bat extremely well. He was painless, which was a wonderful thing too. The negative is, Coombs took one off the face there and has some, some minor concussion symptoms. I don't know how bad it is, but I'm sure he'll be out for tomorrow. So that makes us a little thin again behind the plate. And Chris Reed, believe it or not, tweaked his hamstring on the first inning of the ball game, chasing that base hit. I wasn't really sure who we were going to be able to put in the infield if he had to come out. We're just the walking wounded these days. But, I think the guys just kind of battled through the whole game. And fortunately for us, we pitched real well and got a few timely hits. It wasn't an awesome offensive performance, but we played good defense. Hal made a few plays for us. He made a play early in the game in the hole that I thought was really a critical play at that time. But overall, I'm glad we got it in the win column. Nothing too inspiring except for the couple things I mentioned. It's time to turn our attention to the Cajuns tomorrow night in Lafayette.
With Chris kind of playing through it, do you think you'll have Grant back tomorrow?
I hope so. Originally I had him in the lineup, but he just wasn't 100%. I decided to give him another day and reevaluate it tomorrow. So we'll see. Whatever the trainer tells me he's capable of doing, I'll go by. We'll see.
It's encouraging to see Cam just really pound the strike zone.
Yeah, I thought he threw an awful lot of strikes right from the start, and that kind of set the tone for the game. And he was throwing the ball really, really well. They battled him hard though. Southern has they're an improved team, and I think Carrick's doing a really nice job, and they're very well coached, and they were tough outs. So he had to earn those strikeouts that he got tonight.
I think only one of your runs scored on the base hit. You were really manufacturing the runs tonight.
Well, let me tell you something, Jacques. I thought we hit 3 home runs, one in each of the first 3 innings. I could not believe that those 3 balls stayed in the ballpark. They were absolutely crushed, but the air was just very heavy tonight. The cooler air at the beginning of the game, there was a little breeze blowing in. And it had the balls they hit them good enough to be home runs. Had the ball carried like it normally does here, we'd have had about 11 runs, I think, in the first few innings. But, it wasn't meant to be. The big tiger in the sky didn't want those balls to go out of the park, I guess. So we had to earn them different ways. I told Sean, I said, the way the ball's not carrying tonight, we're gonna have to get some garbage runs. We're going to need a walk and a bunt and a stolen base and an error or a wild pitch to get some ugly runs tonight because the ball just wasn't carrying anywhere. I think that discouraged the guys a little bit. And then, Southern had some real soft throwers, and, our guys had a little bit of trouble adjusting to that. We were way out in front of a lot of batted balls today, hitting them off the end of the bat.
How happy were you that Skip was able to come out and you guys were able to do that for Roger before the game?
Yeah, I thought that was really a special thing for Roger, and he deserves it. I'm glad Skip came as well. And, to be out there on the field with a couple of legends like Skip and Roger was really kind of neat for me personally. Roger, like I've said before, he gave his life to working with young people and to college baseball and for our community. And I think it was really appropriate that we took some time and let our fans express their appreciation to him as well. And I'm so glad that we did that tonight. I thought it went really nice, and I hope Roger will remember it for a long, long time.
Was it weird to look across the other dugout and not see him over there?
It was weird, yeah. I looked over there a couple times, but I honestly, I think the world of Carrick. I think he's going to do a really good job. He's a good baseball man. He's a good person, a good family man, and I wish him well. I told him I hope he wins every game except for tonight. He's just a good guy, and I think he's going to do a really good job for them.
What are your thoughts on UL on the road?
Well, it's going to be exciting. What is the capacity of their new stadium? I don't even know. It's around 5,000 or so. I'm sure it's going to be a tough ticket tomorrow night. I'm sure they're chomping at the bit to have the Tigers over there, much like the Lions did last week in Hammond. But I can assure you, we'll be excited about going over there as well. They're going to, I'm sure we're going to get their best effort, but they're going to get ours as well, and we're going to go after it. And it's going to be an intense game. I have a lot of respect for Tony Robichaux and their whole staff and their players, and I love Lafayette. It's a really neat city. I have a lot of friends over there. So we're just looking forward to the experience tomorrow night, and I think it'll help our team continue to grow.
When did you kind of know that you were going to be in such a big group? It seemed like starting early, but it was kind of your night.
I mean, kind of when I went out there, the first batter stepped up. I started him early with strike one and strike two, and then right after I got him out, I was like, all right, if I keep this focus and I just stay the course, then I'll be good to go. So, kind of after that first inning, I just kind of locked myself in, and I was like, this game's yours, and you got to take it.
Was it, considering how the first start went and how things went last week, was it good to get a stretch where you had like 4 or 5 innings without allowing a hit?
Yeah, it was finally good just to kind of relax and just take the pressure off myself, even though I feel like I shouldn't have pressure on myself. But I just kind of let everything go and just cleared my mind and focused up, and I was able to execute it tonight.
When did you finally kind of feel like there wasn't, like you could relax out there? Was it after the first guy? Was it maybe kind of like second, third? Or?
I mean, it was before this game, because the first game wasn't how I wanted. The second game wasn't that bad, but still wasn't what I wanted. So I knew coming into this, I just wanted to slow myself down, just take deep breaths and just focus in and just really just go after these hitters, because I know I got good stuff. So just want to go.
I felt like I definitely had my stuff tonight. I felt really locked in, and I kind of think that after the last 3 performances, I really need to go out and establish who I am, and I think I'm getting there. I think tonight was a big step, and still got a lot of ways to go.
You'd feel good with that position if that was your, to eat up some middle innings or whatever?
Whatever it takes for this team. I'm a team guy. I'm cheering on these guys, as you guys can see, and whatever coach needs me to do to go out there and help this team win, I'll do it. Whatever it takes.
How are you feeling about the Cajuns on the road?
I'm excited. Coach asked me, he's like, hey, do you have any tests on Thursday? And I was like, yeah, but, I kind of got the material down. He's like, do you want to travel? And I was like, yes, I definitely want to go. I want to go experience this environment. I want to cheer on these guys. I want to get rowdy with them, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. New stadium, good rivalry, looking forward to it.
What was your perspective on that? Were you in when Coombs got hurt?
No, I was down in the bullpen. I'm not really too sure what happened. I'm going to go talk to him, hope he's doing well. Make sure everything's going good with him.
Coach said he'll probably be out next game. How do you think that'll affect the team?
Other guys will step up. They'll keep doing them, and they're going to go out and do their thing and shove. So I'm going to be cheering them on all the way.
Doubled your first at bat and everything, so step right in there. How'd you feel about your night tonight?
I felt great. I mean, coming out for BP, it felt good. Felt to be back on the field, really. That was be with a team. I mean, it's hard cheering in the dugout and wishing you were out there due to an injury, but I mean, still you get to see that character of all the other players and how they act when they get out. They get hits, like what you can do to help prop them up. I mean, and to be back on the field with them, it meant a lot.
When did you know you were going to play?
Monday, I knew I was going to.
And in the outfield, you felt good running the outfield, chasing down those balls?
Yeah, I mean, yesterday went in the cage, hit a little bit on my own, and we got to take some fly balls on my own and get back in the groove of things for today.
Coach said it seemed like there were several balls you guys hit that died at the warning track or whatever. It's kind of a night you had to grind out the runs, huh?
Yeah, I mean, Jake hit 2 balls that should have been no doubters. I mean, just this cold weather, the wind blowing the other way. I mean, it's hard. But it's part of baseball. You got to deal with it, and you got to find other ways to get runs in.
What do you know about? I'm sorry. What do you know about going to Lafayette? I mean, the place is going to be amped up. 4,000 or 5,000 people in red. They're going to want to beat you guys.
Oh yeah, I mean, they're good competitors. They're going to be a good team. They're going to be a hard team to beat, and we're going to have to go out there and take our A game. And we know their fans are going to be supporting them behind us, and it's going to be a little different than playing at the box.
What's been going through your head since Monday when you found out you were going to play?
I mean, I couldn't wait. I was ready to get out here, and I mean, usually I take a little pre-workout before, and I felt like today I was like, I don't even need it. I'm just ready to be out there. I'm ready to be playing with my team, and it felt amazing.
When you talking about LSU baseball, The natives were out when it wasn't a good start.
Sure.
Now they've won 4
course.
out of 5. You know, they got a big one. They're tangling right now at ULL over at Russo Park.
The
And,
Teague.
The Teague at
The Teague,
Russo. The
yeah.
Teague Moore Field at Russo
Beautiful
Park.
park,
It'll be
beautiful. I've seen it.
I'm going to see it Friday night,
beautiful.
actually. But anyway, it's a long way to go. And I go back to the opening night against Notre Dame. Game 1.
Yep.
5th inning on Twitter, they're saying pitching staff no good, didn't recruit well, and I'm thinking they're 5 innings in on game 1 of a 56-game schedule.
But let's face it, they're not exactly, and this is not a criticism. They're playing who's on the schedule, but this is not.
Well, Toledo.
This
and
is
Sacred
sacred.
Heart.
This is not what they're going to be seeing in the days and weekends to come. So to me, the jury's still out until you go out and prove it, and that's why you play the game.
Well, and they'll play Hawaii this weekend.
Is that a home and home?
Yes, they go to Hawaii next year.
You sure?
Positive.
Awesome.
We can look at the LSU baseball
Is
upcoming
Pelican
stuff.
going to do those games?
Yeah, we're going to try to set that up with a
Okay.
Pelican. I've been to Hawaii a couple of times, but you got Hawaii at the box Friday 7
Are they
p.m.
any good?
Saturday 6:30,
No.
about 500 record.
No, they're awful.
Sunday at 2 o'clock. Then South Alabama rolls into town next week.
Then the SEC begins.
Yeah, so
Missouri.
Yeah, you got all of that, but LSU will make a return trip to Hawaii next year for a weekend set. I don't know if they're going to
Beautiful.
stop and catch somebody on the West Coast
Beautiful.
on one end of that trip.
Smart
or
coach.
not. So,
Smart coach.
Anyway, yeah.
Good
Have you
recruiting
been to
too.
Hawaii, sir?
I have.
I've been a couple of times. So it's what they
I
say.
only
it
went
is. It's
once, and that's
beautiful.
when LSU basketball was playing over there.
Was that when you
We
were
flew through a hurricane.
coaching, playing?
Coaching. Flew through a
TV in
hurricane.
it? What? You were playing?
Coaching.
Coaching.
Flew through a
Okay.
hurricane to get there. Couldn't land on the main island.
Okay. It is beautiful over there.
It is beautiful.
It's been a while since I've been
It's
there,
been a long
but I
time.
have been there on 2 different
I like that.
occasions.
I like that beach. It's about 3-4 hours to the east. I like those. That's quick, easy for me. I can go there anytime I want.
The L.A.
To the east.
Lower Alabama?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The
Florida's
French
fun.
Riviera.
Florida's
I
fun.
love to go offshore there. I got a lot of friends that have places down there.
You did your radio show at one of those
Destin.
places.
Down in
Destin.
I was in Destin at Harry
I can't
T's.
believe you never. You didn't do that. It needs to be an annual thing.
Yeah, it was Harry T's. No, they had a screw up.
All right.
They made a lot of LSU fans
Angry.
mad over a dinner reservation for an LSU Florida football
All right.
game.
Got bad.
I had a friend who was working in the radio down there, Scott McKinney. I used to go on his show all the time. And he said, man, I think I can make a little deal for you guys that want to apologize to Baton Rouge. So went down there. They put us in $1 million condo. We played golf. We did a couple of radio
And
shows.
worked a little bit.
Yeah, we did 4 hours, 2 hours
Well,
of
you need
radio.
to go back again because LSU fans are upset again because they got to play Florida 3 years in a row down in Gainesville.
Speaking of that, I got to ask you something. Do you see what?
Is this another bone to pick?
Yeah,
segment?
it is. Yeah, we getting crazy tonight. University of Central Florida football.
Yeah.
They went undefeated.
Had a parade and all that.
Claimed the
Mythical.
national championship. You know what they've done now?
No.
The lawmakers, the legislators in Florida must not be sports fans or college football fans. They passed a bill. They're going to have license plates you can order now that say
National champ.
national champs undefeated. They don't know anything about sports, the lawmakers in Florida, and they don't follow college football because they did not win the national championship.
Yeah.
Okay, that is embarrassing.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
come
got
on.
that kid Shaq Griffin who's a
Now
heck of
they
a player.
say, and their baseball team beat #1 ranked Florida earlier this week,
So
like
now
in a
they're-
midweek
they're
game.
number one
well,
now?
I'm like, whoa, that means they won the College World
Yeah.
Series. We need to retire everybody's number, go to the White
I mean,
House.
it was kind of funny
I mean,
and a
it's,
joke.
come on, it's stupid.
It was a joke at first, and now it's out of control.
No, it's got to stop.
Yeah.
You didn't win the national championship. I made a thing on radio. So, many years ago, I was a pretty good golfer, played a lot of good golf. I think I won the Masters. I'm going to get a plaque that says I won the Masters. That's, in effect, what they're doing.
I made a hole-in-one. Does that
I've
qualify
never made
me?
a hole-in-one.
I
I've
made
played a lot
hole-in-one.
more golf than you.
University Club, hole-in-one.
I've never made a hole-in-one. I've knocked a lot of things in from the fairway, including some
I
from
had to
way
buy
out
a lot
there.
of drinks after that. That's
But
not
I've never
good.
I've been that close.
Why can't people buy you drinks when
It
you make a
should be,
hole-in-one?
yeah.
Why do you have to buy them?
Well, no, actually, years
Why?
ago.
Who came
I
up
was
with that rule?
I was a member at Franklinton Country Club
Yeah.
years ago when I was living in Covington. And on your monthly bill, they added $5. Now, this is in the 80s. They added $5 towards the hole-in-one club.
Okay.
Every member, you got assessed the $5. And then whoever made a hole-in-one with a witness, whatever the pot was, you got it.
Okay.
So if you didn't get a hole-in-one for a while, the thing would be
Adds up.
$600, $700, $800
Adds
even
up.
back then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know who came up with that rule, but That's not fair. I made the hole in one.
They should be buying you.
The club should be buying me drinks.
Yeah,
or something.
Absolutely. And put a
Anyway,
plaque on the wall.
It's
or
like it's
something,
going to
huh?
happen again. Really? Come on.
Well, I don't play. I mean, I don't play. Played golf in the state troopers, Troop A thing last fall. That's about it. And I'll probably play in that
I
again
played
next
in
year.
the sports Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame tournament, and it was ugly.
Are you any good at golf?
I used to
right
be all
hand
right.
or left?
I'm a righty.
Right. I play left.
David Toms teed off. I had to follow him. That was a joke.
He's not bad. And he's about that big.
Yeah, and he hits it, but he doesn't hit it near as far as Dustin Johnson and those people. That's ridiculous.
Well, David's out on the senior tour
Yeah,
now, on the
he's-
Champions
he's
Tour.
still making money.
As it's known.
Still making
All right,
money.
You know what? You know who? We're going to take a break, but we're going to do something kind of different and special when we come back.
Really?
The big fella turned 46 this week.
Shaq.
Shaquille
What's his
O'Neal.
best nickname? What's his go-to nickname? The Big Aristotle, the Big Diesel, the Big Cactus.
I like the Big Diesel.
Diesel?
Just Shaq.
Shaq.
He can be like Prince and Cher. Just go with
He
one
said-
name.
But you know what he
Shaq.
says? He says, kids can call me Shaq, but adults need to call me Dr. O'Neal.
Dr.
Doctor.
O'Neal.
He's got more academic claims to fame in his name than 90% of academicians. He's got more doctorates and stuff. He's great.
You know what he doesn't get enough credit for in his career?
What's that?
Quite the athlete at 7'1", 300, whatever he was then.
Awful.
And we're going to take a break, but after the break, we've
got a question for you,
We've
though.
got the best 30 dunks all time of Shaq. You got to see this.
What was your favorite
Because when I just said people didn't give him enough credit for being an athlete, when you see some of the dunks that you're going to see in a few minutes or so, it is mind-boggling.
I was there doing the game when he tore the backboard, tore the rim off the backboard at LSU. I called that game. Can you name one song that Shaq sang? I can't.
Shazam?
No, song.
I thought he sang. Oh,
that was a movie. Kazam.
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 Okay. No, to answer your question, no,
He
I
was
can't.
in Kazam. He was in like Steel Cop or something. But the best movie he was ever in, and it was quite the harbinger, was Blue Chips.
Okay.
You ever see that movie?
No, I'm not a movie guy.
This is when they had Shaquille O'Neal and all these other players, and they were showing how they were being recruited. Nick Nolte was the coach.
Oh, that's
And they
fun.
were showing how they were recruiting him with all the money and giving a kid from Indiana a tractor to his father and this and moving people down to into nice homes and all. Oh yeah, it was that was a long time ago, and now we have all this unfolding with the NCAA and the FBI and all that stuff. So it was quite the harbinger of things to come.
Let's do this. Let's take a break. We're going to come back. Don't go anywhere.
We're going to do dunks?
The best 30 dunks ever about Shaq. You talk about an athlete.
All he
you
did
talk
was
about incredible.
All he did was two hands and just hurt
no,
the goal.
No, you need to watch the
Okay.
video.
All right.
We'll take a break, and then after that, Mike Scarborough, TigerBait.com. Jordy Holtberg, Tommy Krysan, Spread the Roar. You're watching Tigers Roar. Stay with us.
Can we talk about the Pelicans?
Creel Tree Service is a licensed and insured tree service providing tree and stump removal, topping, trimming, cabling, pruning, and fertilizing. We have free stump removal with takedowns, free estimates, affordable rates, and senior citizens discounts. Call 774-TREE. That's 774-8733. Get your yard ready for the warmer weather. If it deals with a tree, call me, Creel Tree Service. 774-8733. That's 774-TREE.
When my wife and I started Relief Windows, what we were trying to do, what our goal was to give a quality job to a homeowner. Everybody's scared of contractors. We wanted to change the mold of what that is. Not showing up on time, not answering the phone, somebody running with your money. The reason why you should pick Relief Windows to do your renovation of your home, windows, doors, hardy plank, or siding, is because of the experience, quality service of our company. Service is everything we have. It's the foundation of our company. We're going to show up on time. We're going to do the job right. Over 60% of our customers is customer referral. We're a local company here in Baton Rouge, built in Baton Rouge, staying in Baton Rouge. Okay. The job's not done until you're happy and we're happy. It's built the old-fashioned way, with a handshake. Here at Relief Windows, it's honored to be official window, door, and siding company of LSU Athletics, from one winning team to another.
My name is Dr. Nicole Rogers, and I'm here in Old Metairie, Louisiana at Hair Restoration of the South, where your hair is our care. And I'd like to invite you to come and visit and discuss various options for treatment of thinning hair. These can include both medical and surgical options. You don't have to go straight to surgery. In the meantime, feel free to check out our website, hairrestorationofthesouth.com, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-654-9927, 800-654-9927.
We're back.
We're back.
One day I'm
Better
going
than
to put
ever.
the camera on during the breaks. Okay, we talked about it before the break. Shaquille O'Neal turned 46 years old this
46,
week.
yep.
The big guy, the big fella, he's got all kind of nicknames, and our crew dug up a highlight tape.
Said if he was a painter, you'd be calling him
Aristotle.
Shackelangelo.
I'll tell you this.
He's
He's
great.
entertaining.
He's great.
He's entertaining. He's fabulous on TV. Knows basketball.
That's the best TV show with he and Charles Barkley, Kenny
that's
Smith,
priceless.
Ernie Johnson.
The best one
Jr.
was when they were on, and the cops got called for the disturbance in the locker room with the Clippers and
Yes,
somebody.
yes.
Him and Barkley lost it on the set.
So
you know?
funny.
They
That's
just
so-
started laughing, couldn't
it's so
stop.
funny.
I mean, it was priceless. Look that up if you want. But put your seatbelt on. You don't think Shaq was an athlete. Many people do, but you get my point here. Watch the athletic ability on display. 30 of the greatest dunks in Shaq's career. Here you go.
Never seen this.
The more bigger I get strong. And the more stronger I get, nobody can stop me.
Shaw starts to back in. Will comes over to help, and you can't do that. It's a big dunk by the Shaq.
I get the 4-point swing. You ever see a man that big fly? Apparently there was audio difficulty, which no difficulty on the part of Shaquille O'Neal.
That's been the story.
23rd or 4th offensive rebound. Penny hangs no check. Yeah! My goodness. Hammered it home for 40. Boy. And Charlotte calls timeout.
It's a screen and roll. O'Neal slides the basket.
O'Neal. And he is playing with a vengeance. Again in Orlando, April the 7th. They split the previous two. Here's Shaquille O'Neal. Here's Shaquille O'Neal with the stuff led beautifully.
With everything today.
Live under the jack. Drives it home with the right hand. Slam dunk. Kick that ball seemed like he was going to go over the backboard. Then somehow the big fella said, I'll put my hand up there and just guide it home. Don't do it to him like that, Shaq. Lobs it up to no one in particular. Shaq has it all to himself.
chases it down. Shaq for 2 over Olajuwon. Oh, baby.
That was nasty.
A steal.
Back to him.
Yes. Shaquille.
Back to him. Way to set him up, Scottie Pippen. Williams passed on a 3. Shoots the 2. Oh, and Shaquille O'Neal with the stuff over Andrew Bynum.
Here's Robert Horry back into O'Neal, triple teamed, and he shoots a very high percentage on those. Fake steps through, Shaq follows. Hey, step home! Oh, my goodness!
Oh, the power on this dunk.
Against Dudley. Nice. Shaquille O'Neal was so powerful on that move that Dudley could not even foul it. He just got overpowered by Shaquille O'Neal. But Dudley is now drawing with Shaq and threw the ball in his direction. Man, if you want to pick somebody to go with, you go right to the head of the class when you go after Shaq.
Dennis Scott was starting. Bowie was coming off the bench as Shaquille follows and almost does bring down the entire backboard. Well, he didn't break it. He just took it down. How strong is he? Well, I think this backboard company will attest to it.
Nice pass.
Here comes Shaq right over Carousel.
It's like he's a man playing against boys in there right now.
Slapped away at Shaquille O'Neal. Bowie for O'Neal. That's a bad chance. Campbell post. Here's Shaq.
Oh my goodness, JD, you gotta watch the trail Shaq taking off at the line.
Timeout. The Lakers have 2. Bryant to Shaq.
Puts it on the floor and stops, and he brought it down. He brought the whole goal down. Goodness.
Hold on to the roof. The Shaq
All I can say is, wow.
That couple of things. I think 18 or 19 where he
18
brought the ball
yeah,
down the floor,
18.
did the spin dribble and went up. Unbelievable. What was Dudley and the Knicks thinking when he threw the ball at Shaq? That's another question. And if you look at the list of people, he's dunking over Robinson, Olajuwon, Mourning, Mutombo, Bradley, on and on, and Murison, on. I mean, we're talking 7'6", 7'5". I mean, just ridiculous.
Thought you'd enjoy that. 46 years old. The big fella.
I'm gonna tell you what, that young O'Neal, that Orlando O'Neal,
when he elevated a little bit. Now
man.
you will never not think he's an athlete again. Woo. Hey, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna talk about some athletes with Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com when we come back with more of Tigers Roar. Stay with us.
taste the feeling.
Woodburners, serving South Louisiana since 1977, is a family-owned and operated company with over 30 years of experience. They're the fireplace experts, providing upscale products at an affordable price. Fireplaces, glass doors, wood stoves and stove chimneys, mantles, screens, gas logs, and tool sets. Visit online at woodburnersinc.com. Call 225-752-2590 or stop by 10510 Airline Highway in Baton Rouge.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
For Total Home Pest Control, who are you going to call?
Call the Bug Man, 923-BUGS.
For Total Pest Control for your home or business, call the original Salvat.
Call the Bug Man today, 923-BUGS.
We continue with Tigers Roar here on Pelican Sports TV. Jordy Hultberg, Tommy Chrysan with you. As we do each and every week, we're now joined by Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com. Mike, good evening. How are you?
Doing great. Glad to be with you.
Mike, junior weekend for Tiger football at Orgeron and Company last weekend. It yielded a couple of verbal commitments from the state of Mississippi. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's, a lot of these junior days don't yield commitments, but, LSU had a nice-sized junior day, a lot of out-of-state kids. And to get two kids from the state of Mississippi, a defensive end and a linebacker, both 4 stars, to me it's kind of it's a two-part thing. Is there a focus on Mississippi because of the situation with Mississippi State with a new staff, Ole Miss with their issues? And that state has got a good bit of talent, and we saw that in Mobile. I just kind of wonder if that might be a little bit more of a focus because it looked like it might be a little tough in Texas to get some players there. But, to get a 4-star defensive end and a linebacker. Now, when you're talking about kids from Starkville and New Augusta, Mississippi. Handy's from New Augusta, and Zach Edwards, the linebackers from Mississippi. And like I said, both highly rated 4 stars. Those are 2 areas of the state of Mississippi where LSU's never really had much success. So you wonder if this is going to be
Take it with a grain of salt.
Similar situation is about this time last year when the 3 Georgia kids committed, and of course by signing day, none of the 3 were a part of LSU's class, but they've done a bang-up job, and there's other kids in Mississippi that are really looking at LSU. We've got a story on the front page of Tiger Bait right now where our Chad Simmons goes down the line with all the Mississippi kids right now that are saying favorable things about the Tigers. And then, of course, this afternoon, getting a 2020, the first commitment for 2020 from a kid from Alabama. So they're doing very well out of state right now.
Mike, we've talked about it multiple times with you about the banner crop in the state of Louisiana. Give me 3 Louisiana recruits that LSU simply has to get in order to make this class the special class that it should be.
Well, I think Stingley, obviously, cornerback from Dunham, Sopsher from A-Meet, and then maybe a third one.
Not trying to stump
I sure
you.
like Emory from Destrehan.
Yeah, definitely.
But shoot.
Well, let's put it this way.
I don't think wide receiver is going to be that big of an issue. So you look at Devonta Lee and Trey Palmer from the Florida parishes, A-Meet and Kentwood, for those two. Maybe Dante Starks, the linebacker from John Ehret.
Of the 25 scholarships they can sign, how do you forecast, how many do you think come from the state of Louisiana?
I think this year it's got to be probably middle teens or more, middle teens at a minimum.
Okay. The point I'm bringing up is...
Like I've been saying all along, I've been thinking that they need to have 2 quarterbacks in this class. And I kind of got some word this weekend that is discussion in the program. So, ideally you'd love to have that graduate transfer kid that's going to come in and compete and get it. But maybe it might be ideal if you actually have a transfer that has to sit out a year and then you sign a top quality quarterback. Whether it's Grant Gunnell from Houston St. Pius, Lance Legendre from Warren Easton, who committed to Kansas last week, had a chance to see him at the at the Mobile Rivals camp, and I like the way he moved. Certainly very raw, physically, kind of similar to Jordan Jefferson. You got the 2 kids from Alabama, Tulia and Paul Tyson.
Is that Tua's brother?
Who was also Mobile.
Is that
a good high school quarterback, but he sure would like for him to get a little bit taller.
Is that Tua Tagovailoa's brother that you're talking about?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Say that last name again?
Yeah, Tua.
Yeah, go ahead, Jordy.
Tua, baby. Tua T.
Mike, I saw on TigerBait.com today a guy for 2020 has committed.
You just said it, from Alabama, yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be really big. How far out do they reach, Mike?
Well, I mean, look, you now you've got an extended staff. They've hired the consultants and the analysts, and you've got a moved up schedule. You can take official visitors in the spring now that you couldn't before. Early signing period, so you've got to hit the ground running and really act like your hair's on fire this time of year.
Are coaches in general saying that the early signing period are they more favorable to it now than they were before, or are they going to do everything in their power to try and get rid of it?
It sure seems like it's a mixed bag. I can't tell whether they want to pull it back or if they, I guess they're for it because you don't hear anybody saying they want to repeal it.
Uh-huh.
Well, I've heard a mixed bag, too, Mike. I've heard some positive things about it. I've heard some negative things. Perhaps we got to go back to something you said a year ago, Mike. Give this thing a couple of years and then decide.
Yeah.
We got 1 year snapshot. Let's get another year under the belt, and maybe some people's minds will change, or maybe we'll get a majority sway one way or the other.
I didn't care for it. I guess because I'm so used to the January period and signing day just being such a huge deal, that February signing day was a real dud, and it was even a bigger dud for LSU because of Stingley. And I'm saying it's a dud because LSU did so well and locked everybody up in December. Well, you did that the week before Christmas. Everybody's out Christmas shopping. It's the bowl season, a dead period. It was, somewhat eventful, but nowhere near what you're used to signing day. And I just think signing day is just a big celebration. It's part marketing. It gives your program a lot of high intensity, just free marketing and advertising that you don't normally get. And if you're a coach of a program who's ascending and you're trying to build it up, I could see where you're maybe going to miss out on that part of it. I mean, we all know how it all started with DiNardo's Bring Back the Magic tour. I mean, the first signing day bash was DiNardo and LSU.
Yep.
Well, how big was that for LSU to build that up? And then, of course, Saban took it over and extended it even further.
Now, I'll say this, Mike, and what I'm about to say is the result of no scientific poll, but I got a sense that the players liked it because the ones who signed could get that recruiting mess out of the way.
Amen.
Okay, and put it on the side. They signed their NLI, and that was that. The high school coaches and the college coaches, I don't think were as big a fan as the players. Now, again, this is not a scientific poll. This is the couple of handfuls of people that I spoke to about it.
I think the proof is that you're not hearing of any movement at all for anybody wanting to repeal it.
And again, who are we trying to benefit here with this?
Supposed to be
the student athletes.
Should be the student
so
athletes.
Therefore, I think it's favorable. Let them get it over with. The coaches, the coaches can put up. Coaches getting paid a lot of money. They don't need any more perks.
But coaches are routine driven. Of
course,
they're preparing for a bowl game.
Mike Scarborough is routine.
Yeah, they're preparing for a bowl game, and all of a sudden they got to do a signing thing that they're not used to. Okay, they don't like deviation from the routine.
Georgia's not complaining. Georgia's not complaining. Alabama's not complaining. LSU's not complaining.
Saban is the all-time complainer.
Yeah.
And did you hear any complaining about him?
No.
And he was in the playoffs.
That's right.
Well, again, I think
favor the student athletes for once, please.
I think you got to go at least one more year and then sit down, make a list of the good stuff, the bad stuff, and then decide if you're going to change it, you're going to keep it the same, tweak it, whatever the heck you want to do.
Yeah, I think the bad stuff to me is just the surface stuff that, probably I'm being selfish, but I do think that there's some pop that your programs didn't really get. I mean,
well, they'll figure a way to do that.
How big was? I guess Georgia's because they had the #1 recruiting class. But how many schools that were in that top 5 might have had a much bigger signing day and got a bigger boost in their program had everything happened on signing day rather than December?
In my opinion, they get the best players. It'll show on Saturdays. They'll get the biggest boost they need that way, in my humble opinion.
Well, I'm agreeing with Jordy a whole lot tonight.
Hey, Mike, let's talk a little Tiger basketball. Picked 14th in the SEC, ended up being a 10 seed in the SEC tournament up in St. Louis as we speak. All in all, Will Wade has done a pretty good job.
Yeah, I'm sure y'all heard about it. I heard Will Wade was real fiery Monday.
Once those renovations done.
Boy,
improvements.
Can I say something
on that? Paper, but a lot of it was.
Sure.
And when it was being relayed to me by Brian, I was just laughing. It was just like he's been there a year, and he sure does have it all nailed as to what's going on
Mike,
and what's not going on.
Well, Mike, this is what I was told. He was told while being courted by LSU, all of this would happen.
Yeah.
And then he comes in here and for basically a year, nothing happens. He had to stir it up.
Who has ever built a facility and not have coaches' offices in it?
Or a weight room. That was a blunder.
How do you not do that? How does that pass code and inspection?
That was a major blunder.
Oh my goodness! It just
by
makes
LSU.
No sense.
LSU approved it.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
As you say, Jordy, why didn't somebody in the chain of command go, wait a minute, we got to have the offices in here and we got to have a weight room?
It makes no sense.
Yeah, and look, some of these things that you see that other schools are building. I mean, look, when Jimbo Fisher came out and walked out when he was introduced at A&M, and you saw that room, I mean, that looked like some sort of throne room from like Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, the money that's being spent out there. I mean, you can kind of get to where you even if you're a hardcore collegiate athletics guy, you can just start to get uneasy about what you're seeing in the way it's getting bigger and bigger. But look, when you look at LSU's football operations center, and then you look at what else is out there around the SEC.
No question.
And then last week, the renderings of what they're going to do. I mean, I don't know how anybody can look at those 2 or 3 pictures that they sent out and didn't think that was lipstick on a pig.
I agree. I agree. But Will Wade said it best. He said, we've only got one shot at this. We've got to do it right. And I just don't know.
And Jordy, I think what settles the whole thing is, look, LSU, I don't know. Do y'all know the number? How many schools nationwide give millions of dollars back to the academic side every year?
About a dozen.
There's a dozen?
About.
What could LSU do if they were given a waiver for 1 or 2 years, saying, look, for 2 years you guys don't send us any of that money?
Never
Which
happen.
is what, 10, 11 million?
Won't happen.
Never happen.
Yeah. What could LSU do with that $20 million? Get really caught up on facilities, pay off all the coaches that are no longer in the programs anymore. I mean, you could really right the ship if you didn't have to send money over to the academic side for 2 years.
Now, Mike, I'm going to ask Jordy a question, and I'll get your answer. Jordy, the basketball guy here. They're talking about major renovations to the PMAC, club-level seating, get rid of them flying saucer ramps out on the Tiger Stadium side, put a nice
facade in the front. Yeah.
Okay, and that's a lot cheaper than building a new building. But my question for you, Jordy Hultberg, putting you on the spot here on Tigers Roar, should they just build a new building? I know it's more expensive than renovating the PMAC, but that's the burning question, thinking 5, 10, 15 years down the road.
I think they can keep it. I think they need to. It's ridiculous to have an arena of 14,000 or whatever it is. Cut that back down a little bit, make it more reasonable, make it a
10 or 11,
make
and have
it
some club
closer to the court and make it a home court advantage that way, and make it premium seats.
Fans, particularly in this state, are real. They'll let you know if something's not right. I don't know. I don't ever hear any fans talking about how they've had a bad experience at the PMAC. Everybody I know loves it. It's always been great for basketball.
Good seats. Good seats.
I was upset when they quit having concerts there 25 years ago.
Amen, brother. Amen.
I could tell you, Pelican has a couple of season tickets. Alan Traylor does. Very good seats. I've sat in them. We give them away on radio. Everybody calls me up and says, man, I really like those seats.
It's not a bad seat in the house.
And we're not courtside by no means, but it's a great seat.
No, I mean, I remember as far as music, they used to say of all the arenas in Louisiana that the Assembly Center had the best acoustics for a concert.
Yeah. I saw many a concert in
there.
So
and all those bands, I mean, I don't know when they decided not to book those types of shows anymore, but the Mavericks Assembly Center was always known for not having a bad seat in the house.
Oh, no question. But it's all about maximizing and being able to charge premium prices, and they want to be able to show an arena on television that's full.
Well, yeah,
that's what they want to do.
The side of it is like, okay, how much did Alex Box cost? 45?
40 to 45 million, yeah.
Okay, so what would a new arena cost? 200?
Easy.
Yeah. And you've already redone it. You got what was that? 3-4 years ago, all new seats.
Yeah.
You got a brand new state-of-the-art scoreboard.
Yeah.
No, that scoreboard.
I would assume, like you said, it's got to be suites, and I'm sure there's some things underneath that are not.
They're going to shorten that press row. They're going to shorten that area. They're going to put more seats. Get rid of those barricades. There's a bunch of things you can. All they have to do is go look at Staples Center. Go look at Quicken Loans Arena. That's what they're going to do, and they're going to get more premium seats courtside.
I will say this: that scoreboard is state-of-the-art, top of the line.
Yeah.
That scoreboard is as good as anything in the country, but it doesn't match the rest of the facility.
No.
It's up here. The rest of the
y'all
facility
might know better than me. I don't know if you make the mistake and you drank too much Diet Coke, and I don't know if the lines are bad in bathrooms. I don't know all that.
But it's not full on a regular basis.
Again, I don't hear any of that stuff.
Well, if the place was jam-packed, jelly tight on a regular basis, you'd probably hear that.
Look, I didn't know this. I did a game at UNO, and that building's been there forever and a day.
The Nat Kiefer Arena.
I had never known they have a basketball practice facility inside that. They've got a swimming pool in that facility. They've got what they have that LSU doesn't have is they have a beautiful what's called the spotlight room, and that's where they take all the big money people that pay for the premium seats, like they do in the NBA, and they serve them food before the game, they serve them food at halftime, drinks, all on the house. That's the kind of things that LSU is going to do so they can charge premium dollars.
The Atlanta Hawks played 10 or 12 home games at the Kiefer Arena.
Yeah.
Is it still the Kiefer Arena?
No.
Oh, okay.
Lakefront Arena.
Lakefront
And,
Arena.
and everything we're talking about, and then you can kind of just really cut it all down the side and say, well, what about the arena that Duke plays in?
That's right. 8,000.
Little bandbox.
Yep.
A little bit bigger than Jesuit High's gym.
I wonder what those season tickets cost.
A lot. But and people don't know
you got
this.
to pay Krzyzewski's salary. But
People don't know this, but the record for points in a single game in the Lakefront Arena is held by Larry Bird, 60, while playing for the Celtics against the Hawks.
That's right. That's right. Larry Bird.
Hey, Mike, it's a great time to subscribe to TigerBait.com because spring football practice starts on Sunday, the 11th. That's this coming Sunday, and it's spread out over a bunch of weeks. They announced today Joe Gibbs is the headline speaker at their coaches clinic. But Mike,
is he going to drive up in the NASCAR?
Yeah, tell everybody what they're going to get at TigerBait.com and why they should subscribe now.
Yeah, go to TigerBait.com. In fact, we got, I bet you probably over 2/3 of the content on the site right now is free, so you can go over there and check it out and get a sample of what all we do. We're real excited about having Chad Simmons is covering Louisiana for Rivals now. He's got the state starting with the class of 19. He's been blowing out some excellent stuff and mingling on our message board. So we got you covered for spring football starts next week. Of course, basketball, baseball, the works, and I'm always on the message board mingling with the subscribers. So check us out at TigerBait.com. If you're an LSU fan, we really think you'll enjoy the site.
Mingling Mike. We can call you that.
Mike.
That's your new nickname.
Mike the
Mingling
Mingler.
Mike. Mingling Mike. Okay.
Mike, as always, enjoyed talking with you. I'm going to get with you soon. We got to set up a meeting.
Swipe
good.
left, swipe right, baby.
Keep swiping.
Keep swiping.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike, I've known Mike for a long, long time. And,
scary.
And I always enjoy visiting. He's one of my, because I don't follow recruiting like a lot of people dive into. I get a couple questions.
People love
call
that
Mike.
stuff.
Hey, Mike, he gives me the answers. We
People
go from
love
there.
that stuff.
So we appreciate his contribution each and every week here on the program. When we come back, we're going to shift gears a little bit. A couple of gear shifts tonight.
I have a proposal I want to talk about when we come back and get your opinion on it, okay?
So I don't need
bone
to say
pick.
what we were going to talk about?
No, we'll do all of it.
A little bit of all of it?
But
you can't go nowhere
with
then.
the NCAA, I got a proposition. See if you agree with it.
We got a bone to pick, and then we're going to surprise you with a little something. When we come back after this
It's
pause.
March. Why not?
It's March Madness.
It's
We're
right,
going to
why
get
not?
mad. We're going to get crazy. Right after this pause on Pelican Sports TV. Stay with us.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 800-383-8177. 800-383-8177.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
My name is Debbie. Welcome to Debbie's Bridal, a Formal Affair.
My name is Raven. I work at Debbie's Bridal, and she makes your dreams come true.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
Hello. Hola. Ni hao.
Experience what the Baton Rouge International School can offer your children. Now welcoming displaced students for short and long-term stability.
Continue with Tigers Roar. Again, remind you, the original airing each week's on a Wednesday night. You can catch replays on Pelican Sports TV, the ETEL cable system, and youtube.com/Pelican Broadcast. And now, before we went to break, Jordy said he had a bone to pick.
Well, not a bone to pick, just
a thought and an idea.
A thought.
And then I guess I can comment after you share it.
You saw where the NCAA reported that for the first time in their existence, they've got revenues of $1 billion. That's with a B, $1 billion. So my thought was, with the way college athletics are today, why can't the NCAA hire a commissioner for each sport? I'm not just talking about the football, basketball, baseball, gymnastics, lacrosse, wrestling, whatever it may be, swimming, diving, and have a commissioner at each level that they're solely responsible for that sport. And that sport and its entities can call that person. They can sit down, have meetings, discuss things. How can we make this better? How can we make it better for the student athletes? How can we make it better for the fans? Why can't they do that? They can certainly pay the salaries of these people and make them in charge of those. Instead of, who do they go to? Mark Emmert? Who do they raise complaints with? Let's get a commissioner for each sport.
Tigers Roar last week, because that's exactly, I said you need to break it up.
No, I didn't
You
see
can
it.
put some of the Olympic sports together. But here's the other thing on that. The structure of the NCAA today is like 8-track tapes. It was good in its day, but it doesn't work anymore.
It's outdated.
Okay, so they need to just blow that thing up, start over, as you said, have a football division, with its own board of directors and its own president, commissioner, whatever title you want. You can probably put some of the minor sports together, maybe tennis, golf, some of the Olympic sports as they call them. But as you said, you got lacrosse, wrestling's big in the Midwest,
Absolutely.
hockey's big in
And
the
they
Northeast.
deserve the same treatment.
They deserve the care that football
Absolutely.
gets. They don't make the money, but they might make the money if they could be on their own.
$1 billion in revenue. Billion.
And then that shortchanges that student athlete that, can't buy a pizza on a Friday night.
Right.
But yet they're making billions, okay? And I mean, that might be a needle in the haystack analogy that I just made.
I just want the kids to have better opportunities, and I want the sports to thrive and be better.
Wasn't it at Northwestern, the one up in Chicago, not in Natchitoches? Right. 5-6 years ago, they tried to form a players' union, and they got shot down by the Labor Relations Board in D.C.
That was a
because that would open the can of worms they'd never put the lid back on.
Right.
So.
Well, look, the NBA is now getting involved with high school athletes, so the one-and-done rule is going to be gone. I wonder how that's going to affect college basketball as we see it. There will always be kids that want to get that college experience for a year, maybe two, but others, and I'm all for that. If you don't want to go to school, why waste the time? Get out there and go do it. If you can go represent our country overseas, by golly, you ought to be able to go earn a living.
Well, you get into some serious matters there. They're telling you can't go earn a living. You got to go to college, can't go to the NBA. I'm surprised they haven't had a lawsuit filed, because, anyway, people smarter than myself have to figure that out.
Yes.
Speaking of the NBA.
Yes.
The Pelicans are on the West Coast tonight, tangling
Sacramento,
with the
baby.
Sacramento Kings.
The Fighting Garrett Temples.
But going into that game, 9 straight wins, looking for win number 10. Been on a little bit of a Western road swing, back to the arena soon. Anthony Davis, Player of the Month in February. He never won a Player of the Month award prior to that. He had a double-double Tuesday night against the Clippers, 41 points, 13 rebounds. Fourth place in the Western Conference. This team has put that winning streak together that everybody was looking for.
Yeah, it's been a combination of things. They're really playing good basketball. They're averaging 126 points a game. 126 in 9 games.
That's what wins.
So, Rajon Rondo came up, who's got a championship ring when he was with Boston playing with Garnett and Pierce and Ray Allen. He told Anthony Davis, you got to get us 40 points. And he told Jrue Holiday, you got to get 25 or 30. You got to for us to win. And they're doing it.
Well, he knows the recipe.
And Rondo's been terrific. Okafor, they picked him up. It's like the fountain of youth. He's doing good things. They finally got Mirotic to shoot the ball well. So, but look, if you don't win, you can drop from 4 to 9 in a heartbeat.
And then out.
In a heartbeat and out. So
you got to keep going. Got a little less than 20 games left.
Got to beat Sacramento. Then you come home against Washington. You got to keep piling up wins.
We got a little video for you with Anthony Davis and kind of recapping the big win over the Clippers on Tuesday night. Here's a little New Orleans Pelicans for you.
New Orleans Pelicans. Both teams move the ball up and down the court. Both score a lot of points. Clippers have scored 120 or more, 6 of their last 7 games. Anthony Davis starts off the way he just keeps on playing. Jordan misses a jump hook. Third straight miss in the paint. Lob, jam. The lob inside and the jam. They just keep battling on the offensive glass, and it's Davis who puts it in after Okafor kept it alive. And the decision from Austin, shoot it, pass it, wind up making a bad pass. There's a good pass. One of the great finishers in the game, Anthony Davis, and the Pelicans back up by 1. Harrell with a ball fake. Taken away by Davis, out to Milos for 3. 0 for 4 from deep. Good show on the pick and roll by DeAndre Jordan. Good close out on Davis, but he is just a terrific player.
I've never seen a 6'10" guy go with a floater.
Davis with a ball fake and get the foul, and the basket counts. Yikes.
It seems like we're not in LA at home round.
3 ball, bingo. Davis knocks down the 3. And it's a 20-point lead. Biggest lead of the ball game. Here comes Holiday. Back to Davis. 3 more. Bingo. How good is he? He's got to be in anybody's top 5.
Yeah.
Anybody but you, apparently.
Well, it's something has to do with the wins for me, Ralph. I mean, all the other MVP candidates. He can step to the side without dribbling.
That's 3 of them. Teodosic to Harrell. Rolling. Gets a blocked again by Davis. And a foul is called on Teodosic.
I tell you, it's not until you play against that type of length that you realize how long he is, Ralph.
Here's Rondo. Back to Davis. He'll fire. How good is he, folks? Little floater to the right hand by Davis. He has 31. Well, here he is again. The lob! What a beautiful controlled tap by Davis. Oh, is he something? 10-point lead. Davis, hard to the goal for 2. The man of the hour, Anthony Davis. Clippers all over him. Into the corner to Moore. Back to Davis for the tie. Banks it in. Long 3 ball. No! Harrell battled for it. Couldn't get it. Ian Clark got the big rebound. Pelicans a chance to take the lead. Fans pleading for defense. Doc Rivers leading the charge. Here's Holiday. Shot clock's down to 5. Davis again. 39 points for Anthony Davis. Timeout for the LA Clippers. Anthony Davis at the line. He has been everything advertised. Time now for our player of the game, brought to you by Mercury Insurance, and you cannot deny this man tonight. 40 points, 13 rebounds. Went to the locker room with a hip injury. Final 3 minutes of the first half. Weren't sure what his status is going to be. I'd say his status was superstar.
The thing about the Pelicans, they're playing well. We had to give them a little love. You know, this is Tigers Roar, but we do talk Saints, Pelicans, and other things from time to time, especially when it's deserved.
He's in the MVP conversation. Harden from Houston's going to win it, but he has elevated his play. The question everybody's asking now, are the Pelicans better without Boogie Cousins? And I've been saying for over a year now that they are.
Well, you're turning out to be correct, sir.
So we'll see.
All right, we're going to take a break, come back. Got a few things for you, including some LSU basketball stuff. Of course, they're in St. Louis. Yeah, St. Louis for the SEC tournament. We'll come back.
What's the connection between LSU and St. Louis in basketball?
Ooh, wait, don't tell me.
Used to be the St. Louis Hawks.
Bob Pettit. I was trying to think of that. 11-time All-Star, something like that.
Good.
Got a statue outside the PMAC. Pete Maravich going to have a statue, as you've talked about. If you don't tell Rick Perry about that tomorrow, how about if I call Rick and said, Jordy says? Yeah. Rick and I both went to Holy Cross. I can do that.
Please do. Call him.
Let's take a break, come back with much, much more here on Tigers Roar. Stay with us.
Ball never stops spinning.
With his little remote, wolfing down Cheetos. I hope he don't choke between Monday night football and Friday night fights. I'm lucky if I get to see a show that I like. He never hears the phone or the doorbell ring. I don't try to understand him. It's a male thing.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Woodburners, serving South Louisiana since 1977, is a family-owned and operated company with over 30 years of experience. They're the fireplace experts, providing upscale products at an affordable price. Fireplaces, glass doors, wood stoves and stove chimneys, mantles, screens, gas logs, and tool sets. Visit online at woodburnersinc.com. Call 225-752-2590 or stop by 10510 Airline Highway in Baton Rouge.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-654-9927, 800-654-9927.
My name is Dr. Nicole Rogers, and I'm here in Old Metairie, Louisiana at Hair Restoration of the South, where your hair is our care. And I'd like to invite you to come and visit and discuss various options for treatment of thinning hair. These can include both medical and surgical options. You don't have to go straight to surgery. In the meantime, feel free to check out our website, hairrestorationofthesouth.com, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Cypress Lake Apartments are conveniently located off Segan Lane in Baton Rouge, a CLK multifamily management property. Come see this community, which has many amenities including swimming pools, fitness room, playground, and much more. 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments. Stop by Cypress Lake Apartments, call 225-293-6789, or go online, live at cypresslakeapts.com. Let's tell you about WUBR, home of the Jim Rome Show from CBS Sports Radio. Got a new app coming soon. It'll be free. As soon as we can tell you about it, we will. The daily local radio lineup, Jordy Hultberg, Buddy Sanji, myself, Dave Scandaliato on Fridays, Carlos Brown on Saturday mornings, Louisiana Music Hall of Fame radio hosted by Mike Shepard on the weeknights through the evening and through the night. And we'll have select games of the world champion Houston Astros this year. Jordy, tell us about your show in the Lafayette market.
Every day, Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on 103.7 The Game, 103.7thegame.com, KLWB. Hope you tune it in if you're heading out that way. You baseball people are really nuts.
Y'all missed it during the break.
Y'all are just weird people.
Why? I was a left-handed pitcher, remember that.
Get that off the screen.
We got a problem here from Mr. Hultberg.
He's talking about cell phones and he says it's his alarm clock, and he sets his alarm clock for 5:14 in the morning. I said, why 5:14? And he said, well, I don't do 15, I don't do 30, I don't do 45. Next obvious question, why? Because I wore number 14. That was my number, so I wake up at 5:14.
Why is that weird?
I've just heard it all.
You've heard it all now. You can't hear anything more.
I don't need to hear anymore. That's baseball.
Left-hand pitchers
are a different breed. Y'all are different
left-hand pitchers for sure. Remember Bill Lee, the spaceman?
Different breed.
Different, huh?
Yep.
Well, you don't want me to tell you a couple other things.
No, I don't. I've heard it all.
How I had 14 fish in my aquarium in the dorm.
Oh, my God.
And I had to look at it for 14
minutes. The fish they had in the dorm?
I had to look at it for 14 minutes before I went to the clubhouse.
Oh, you're crazy.
I'm out of my mind.
You're crazy.
You thought I was a normal guy.
No, I know better than that. The only fish they had when I was at Broussard Hall was they had football players had an aquarium with 2 piranhas, and every Tuesday night it would be piranha night. And they'd hold the goldfish and they'd pick which one do you want. Scary.
Come on.
Scary.
Where'd they get the piranhas? Aren't those illegal?
Don't ask me.
Are they illegal?
I'm not. I can't say. I don't know. 14 fish. Let's go. Let's move on. People don't care about this.
LSU basketball.
There you go. Much better.
Okay, they achieved much more than people thought.
Yep.
Will Wade's first year picked 14. Remember, there's no East-West in basketball. You know, they had their ups and downs during the year, no question. But I think if you step back and look at the big picture, they played defense, they hustled, they were entertaining.
Looked like they knew what they were doing.
They had effort, significant improvement over the previous year's team. Some of the same guys, a lot of new guys. And we've talked about Will Wade, how he's pushed all the right buttons since the day it was hired, the introductory conference in the student union. And he's out there recruiting. I mean, the purple jacket. I mean, he's done a lot of things. He's gotten out in the community and mixed well. But the bottom line is he has improved this basketball program.
From 2-16 a year ago to 8-10 in league play. I look at it from a introspective look. Every player has gotten better. Epps is better. Reith got better. Mays got better. Waters got better as the year went on. Sampson's getting better. So you see individual players getting better. Collectively, they're better. And he can recruit. So just give them the facilities. Just improve the facilities. They'll be okay.
That's going to be a big, important step there. I mean,
come on.
I've already heard people say, well, I hope they can keep him around for 5-10 years and let him get on a dominant run, okay? Well, if they don't do something with the facilities, somebody's going to come calling with a big old check.
Yep.
And much better facilities.
Basketball schools.
Yeah, and there's lots of those.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So anyway, as we know, they're in the SEC tournament again. St. Louis, tough to travel to. We'll see what the attendance is, okay? And we'll compare it to previous years.
I can promise you
it's going to be down.
I can promise you there'll be Kentucky people. I can promise.
Well, they go everywhere. They're nuts.
Everywhere.
They're nuts like baseball
And the good
players.
news, Missouri will have a good crowd because they've got Michael Porter Jr., #1 player in the country going into the season, got hurt in the first game of the year, has been out. He's playing Thursday. So Mizzou, a very good team, an NCAA tournament team, just got better, and they could look out. Look out for the Missouri Tigers.
Well, again, LSU is a 10 seed. Their opening game Thursday night against the 7 seed Mississippi State, who they just beat at the PMAC last week.
That scares me.
Here's Duop Reith and Skylar Mays talking about LSU basketball and the SEC tournament.
recently played them, and so you should be familiar with the scout, and you should feel more confident. And the disadvantage is just you got to play just as hard. Like, you got to be consistent, so you can't slip up a bit, and you just got to come out with even more energy. You got to play even harder. You can't come out with the same energy you played with the last game. You got to play even harder, I believe.
Do you guys feel like you're playing inspired basketball, especially this time of the season when everything starts to wrap up and you're looking for a postseason berth?
Definitely. I feel like we have to play that way, and especially this time of the year, anything could happen, and I believe in miracles, so miracles do happen.
Is this a year though where, I mean, the SEC, it seems like it's wide open. Nobody's really showed that true, dominating team that we've seen in the past. Does this feel like maybe this is a year you can pull off a miracle?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like this is a year that anything could happen again, and the SEC this year it's tough. All the teams are pretty similar to each other, and I feel like anything could really happen. It's just who plays the toughest, who plays the hardest, going to win at the end of the day.
Duop, talk a little bit about this I guess, the mindset of a tournament. I mean, it's, you win and you keep moving on, you lose, you're done. I mean, obviously you're going to have another probably tournament afterwards, but speak to the mindset of a tournament where it's win and move on, lose and go home.
The mindset is, Coach just recently told us in practice, he has a little slogan he goes by, it's like ACL. It's not the knee, it's talking about you got to be aggressive, you got to be confident and play loose at the tournament. So I feel like if you play with them three terms, I feel like you have a good chance.
Is this feel like a pretty good matchup, Mississippi State, especially a team that you guys just kind of handled pretty easily on Senior Day?
I wouldn't say easily, but I feel like we got a pretty good matchup with them. But they're a good team, and we just got to also come out and play even better the way we played before, because we played the same. Anything could happen.
Did you take a peek at the bracket just to see like kind of what side you guys are on?
No, Coach just told us it's worried about Mississippi State on Thursday at 6. So that's our only mindset right now. We don't know who's going to play next.
I got good barbecue in St. Louis.
I hear about it.
Off a win, we've got momentum. We're playing a team that we just played, so obviously we're going to have to beat them again. There are things that we're going to have to clean up on, but we've got to go in confident if we plan on winning.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of playing a team twice in less than a week?
It's a great question. Advantages, you got to feel for them, so you don't have to scout as hard. You kind of in a rhythm with them. Disadvantages, I don't know many disadvantages if you beat them. I guess they can scout you really quick, and they've got a good feel for you, and they can come back and make up on their mistakes. You just got to beat them again,
Knowing what worked Saturday for Senior Day, where you guys it looked like you're able to handle them pretty easily, but is this going to be a game of a lot of adjustments, especially knowing the two teams are pretty familiar?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say we've got a lot of adjustments that we have to make if we want to. I think there's a lot of things that we could have done better. Things that would make things easier for us.
The preseason polls, they picked you guys last. Was this was it kind of a good feeling to know that you guys overachieved from that? But obviously you guys knew in-house like we were a much better program than what people were expecting us to be.
Yeah. Obviously we would have liked to do better. There are a lot of teams around that 8 to 10, 10 to 8 range. But we're happy to not be playing on Wednesday. It's another day of rest, one less game that we have to have under our belt to win the whole thing. And I think it's just good to know that you have a chance, especially coming in against a team that you played well against. And so we've just got to be confident.
Duop said he believes in miracles. I mean, I would hope you guys don't think it would take a miracle for it to happen, but we kind of understood what he meant by that.
Yeah, I hope not either, but crazier things have happened. We're confident. When we're playing well, we think we can play with anybody, but it's a matter if we're going to play that well.
Does it feel like this this year it's just so much more wide open than it's been
It
in
is.
previous years?
Yeah, I think it shows by the the record, the regular season records of the teams. Like I said, there are a lot of teams in that range, and we're close. Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, we've got to worry about Thursday and getting through Thursday, because you can't win the whole thing until you win that first game.
A little basketball up at the SEC tournament in St. Louis. In a couple of weeks, the SEC gymnastics tournament will be in St. Louis. Back-to-back titles, GD Bro crowned SEC champs again. We got a graphic on that.
She was the one that complained. Why? Because before, it was only whoever won the SEC tournament would be declared the champion. She fought it and fought it and fought it. And last year was the first year. This is the second. So they're the only SEC regular season champions in SEC gymnastics history. Congratulations to them. And you know what? When you look at it, gymnastics, softball, track and field. I mean, spring sports at LSU is really, really, really good.
Yeah, I would
Really
agree.
good. Very
well,
successful.
and then, of all things, when they wrapped up the title, they had two gymnasts, Sarah Finnegan and Maya Hambrick.
Yep, very good.
Scored perfect tens. Now, I've seen a little bit of gymnastics, and I know a lot of people are watching now, including myself one Friday night flipping it on, because they're so good and they've had this run of success under DD Bro. We got some video for you on these two floor routines. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a perfect 10. Not one, but two tens from Sarah Finnegan and Maya Hambrick. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
talent. We talked about
Athletic.
Shaq being an athlete earlier.
Athlete.
He's not the athlete them two are. I've never seen Shaq doing all that stuff.
That's unbelievable what they do.
Hey, we're going to take a break, come back. We got a baseball weekend recap for you. That'll be up next, right after this pause on Tigers Roar on Pelican Sports TV. Stay with us.
Hello. Hola. 你好.
Experience what the Baton Rouge International School can offer your children. Now welcoming displaced students for short and long-term stability.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 800-383-8177. 800-383-8177.
When my wife and I started Relief Windows, what we were trying to do, what our goal was to give a quality job to a homeowner. Everybody's scared of contractors. We wanted to change the mold of what that is. Not showing up on time, not answering the phone, somebody running with your money. The reason why you should pick Relief Windows to do your renovation of your home, windows, doors, hardy plank, or siding, is because of the experience, quality service of our company. Service is everything we have. It's the foundation of our company. We're going to show up on time. We're going to do the job right. Over 60% of our customers is customer referral. We're a local company here in Baton Rouge, built in Baton Rouge, staying in Baton Rouge. Okay. The job's not done until you're happy and we're happy. It's built the old-fashioned way, with a handshake. Here at Relief Windows, it's an honor to be official window, door, and siding company of LSU Athletics, from one winning team to another.
Acord Eye Clinic Vision Source is located on Perkins Road in Baton Rouge, offering full-service optical and lab work. Dr. Shonda Acord and the professionally trained staff pride themselves on service, complete eye exams, help with contact lenses, and selection of frames featuring Silhouette, Gucci, Jimmy Choo, and all the top lines. State-of-the-art equipment including Optimap, which digitally photographs your retina. Call Acord Eye Clinic for an appointment. 225-767-3937. That's 225-767-3937. Visit the website visionsource-br.com. All patients of all ages are welcome. Acord Eye Clinic Vision Source. Continue with Tigers Roar and back to a little baseball. LSU and ULL tangling right now.
Wins.
In Lafayette trying to get another one. Want to go back and recap the previous weekend wins over Toledo, Sacred Heart, and avenging a loss to Matt Reiser's Southeastern Lions by defeating them on Sunday. Here is your baseball weekend recap of LSU baseball.
Campbell awaits. Here's the pitch. Didn't have his heart in it, but couldn't hold back. Swing and a miss. So with two down, here's the 0-2 delivery. Breaking ball inside corner, called strike 3.
Ninth and hit a shot right at the second baseman for a double play.
3-1 is a bouncer to first, going to be handled by Hatfield. Unassisted, his only play is to step on first base. Duplantis going to come in to score to make it a 1-0 Tiger lead. In fact, there are a couple, make it 3 in the lineup. As Hess this time just gets the placement he wants, and it's a called strike 3, and there's 2 away. 3 strikeouts so far. Here's the 0-2, swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Hatfield at the ballpark. The 0-1, hit on the hands, a real slow roller to second, picked up by Riley Campbell. His only play is to first, but doing his job, Hal Hughes will bring in Jake Slaughter from third base, and it's now 2-0 Tigers.
Yes, we.
First the 1-0, and this one slapped into the air, drops quickly, base hit in right field. Montoya will play it on a hop, and Duplantis now 2 for 2. The base in the postseason. Payoff delivery. Inside corner, called strike.
Gibson leads the game now 2-1 in the top of the 8th.
2-2, breaking ball, swing and a miss.
Chow called.
2-2 pitch on its way. Chasing this one outside, another swing and a miss. Activity. Here's the 1-2 with 2 outs and a swing and a miss. 1-2 from Hess. This one outside corner, called strike. Ryan down on strikes. Knight with 1 out, the pitch. This one a line drive. Hughes goes up, pulls it down, throw to first. Dug out of the dirt by Bryce Jordan. And the double play ends it for Toledo here in the top of the 5th inning. Which are players. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Fiducia throws to second. Lays it right into the glove of Brant Broussard. And out, caught stealing is Campbell. Stares down Fiducia behind the plate. The 2-2, swing and a miss, struck him out. Wednesday night over in Hammond. Here's the 1-2, swing and a miss. 12th strikeout of the night.
Minor leagues named Schwarzenberger.
Swing and a miss. 13th strikeout of the night for Zach Hess. There's 2 away here in the top of the 7th. Pitch from Stout, smacked high and deep. Line drive shot going down, and this ball is going to come off the foul pole. A grand slam off the bat of Hunter Fiducia really opens it up. He'll round third, make his way into home plate, and it is 7-1 Tigers. 2-0 pitch, ground ball, hit towards second. This should do it. Broussard comes up, throwing to first in time. And the Tigers win 8-1. Oh, payoff delivery. Swing and a miss. Got a piece of it, but holding on to it behind the plate is Hunter Fiducia. So the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down on and in. The DH. And he smacks this one to left field. Coming over. Capozzello got it with the glove, but couldn't hold on. Gets away from him. Drops beside him in the grass. And a stand-up double with 2 outs as Austin Bain.
All happy.
The 0-1, this is a base hit. Knocked into center field, coming around third. Bain on his way. The throw going to be up the line, and the Tigers are on the board. Next, the runner now comes to the plate. Jordan, base hit down the line, gets by the first baseman. DiFilippo at first base, rolls all the way into the corner. Around second, headed for third is Fiducia. They'll wave him in. Throw comes into third, but nowhere close. An RBI triple for Bo Jordan. It's now 2-0 Tigers. To see if Dan Schock was going to hold up the hands. Here's another base hit right off the bat of Jake Slaughter. Bo Jordan will touch the plate. 3-0 Tigers. RBI single for Jake Slaughter. Slaughter watches as Webb launches this one to right. This one off the top of the wall. Going to be fielded by Schock. They're going to hold up Slaughter at third. In with a double. Again with 2 outs. First 4.5. Here's the 2-1, and what do you know? A base hit to left field. Slaughter comes in to score. They'll wave in Webb. The throw, not in time, sliding safely. They'll try to go down to the second baseman, but Bryce Jordan's in there into second after scoring 2 runs with another base hit to left field. It's Jordan, single to left field, able to advance. This one hit towards the gap, going to get down in left center. They're going to wave in Jordan. Around second, the throw way too far up. He'll touch home plate to make it 6-0, and an RBI for Brant Broussard, who came into that at bat batting .417. Here's the 1-2 from Gilbert. Here's a swinging bunt left of the mound, scooping it up. Nice play by Slaughter, and Bryce Jordan digs it out of the dirt. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Long term, here's the 1-0 and smack down the line, base hit just inside first base. Rolling into the corner, coming up with it is going to be Dan Schock, but standing in with a leadoff double will be Nick Webb. The 0-2 hit into the air a mile high to right field. Going back, Dan Schock will have room on the warning track. Tagging up will be Nick Webb. He'll easily score. The throw will come into third and will allow runners to advance to second and third. So a sac fly RBI for Antoine Duplantis. The 2-1 popped up. Going to be shallow center field. Going back is Brad Broussard and able to make the grab. Antoine Duplantis had to hit the deck. He was charging in from center field. He just dove head first underneath Brad Broussard.
Lose this guy to a walk.
The 3-2 he does, and a swing and a miss to boot.
6'7".
2-2 popped up into the air. Giving a look is Bryce Jordan as it sails near the first base dugout, and Bryce Jordan goes down, hits the deck, but holds on for out number 3.
Dinner reservations.
The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. Tigers win, and the LSU Tigers now 2-0 on the weekend. They do 3-1 pitch by Grenier on its way, smacked high in the air, down the line and right, and this ball going to carry its way into the Dow Diamondback. Solo home run for Antoine Duplantis. His first of the season, and the Tigers are on the board 1-0. Just the other night, Friday, we were talking, Doug, not really his forte, power hitting, but he stroked that one down the line just inside the foul pole and got it out of here in a hurry. It's 1-0 LSU.
Yeah.
2-2 pitch, hit high and deep, a shot to left field. Trosclair going to go to the track, but wave it goodbye. Solo home run for Bo Jordan. His third dinger of the year, and the Tigers lead 2-0.
Bingo there off the bat of Bo Jordan, and no doubter out to the left field landing.
2-2 pitch from Grenier, smacked hard, one hopper, and booted off the leg of Cody Gross. It'll go into right field. Fiducia around first on his way in as Mike Taylor had to come in to try to get that baseball. Stay session. First the 1-0. This one hit in the air, poked down the line and left, giving chase. Going to be Trosclair. It's over his head. Bounces off the wall. Coming in to score is Fiducia. They're going to wave in Slaughter. The throw down the line. In time, tag applied by Wassinger for the out to finish the inning. The right-hander brings it. Outside corner, called strike 3. Line delivery. Outside corner, called strike. Another fastball. Winds and delivers. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball and swing and a miss. Got it just a piece, but right in the mid of Fiducia, who holds on. And Hilliard just masterful here in the top of the 5th inning. Line retake his lead. Runners on the corners, and the 2-0 to Duplantis into the air to center field. Avans going back, carrying him back deeper. Webb now going to tag up. Easily will come in to score the 4th run of the ball game, and a sacrifice fly RBI off the bat of Antoine Duplantis.
Outing of the year.
The 1-2 inside corner, called strike. 4th K of the day for Ma'Khel Hilliard. 1-2 delivery. Breaking ball, called strike 3. Beauty from Nick Bush. Wassinger down on strikes. The 0-1 pitch. This time lifts one to left field. Going over Trosclair. Will have to play it off the wall. Jordan around first. The relay coming in. The throw is high. Going to be backed up, though. Boy, was thrown well over the head of Cody Gross on the relay from Brandon Bro. Bain ahead, 0-2 to Schimpf. The pitch on its way. Ground ball. Going to be tough, but right there at it. Hal Hughes steps on second. Throw to first. Beautiful stretch by Bryce Jordan over at the first base bag. And they turn the double play to get 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. It was the 2-2 pitch from Bain. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Tigers win. Tigers win. Austin Bain does it again. 4-2 of final here at the box as the Tigers win all 3 of.
We continue with Tigers Roar, putting a wrap on things here. Jordy, you made a comment a little earlier. Real busy in the springtime out on the LSU campus for Tigers Roar with so many things going on. And, you know, I think it was a weekend, they had 10 sporting events. They won all 10, something like that. I mean,
tremendous.
You know, when you go across the board. So it's a fun time. The weather, I know it's cooled down a little bit this week, but man, we've had some really good weather lately.
Crawfish season.
Crawfish.
Crawfish season.
Tremonti's Meat and Seafood, right?
They boil them up good now.
Are they doing them every day yet or Friday, Saturday still?
Friday, Saturday still.
Okay. All right. So there you go at Tremonti's over there on Old Jefferson Highway, right down the street from Parkview Baptist. All right, the basketball team. If they beat Mississippi State, they get Tennessee.
They beat Tennessee.
Rick Barnes is the coach of the year in the Southeastern Conference. So they'll be in St. Louis on Thursday night. If they win both of those, that'd give them 19 wins on the season. Somehow win the third game. Can they
get to the finals? If they get to the finals, with the strength of schedule, who they've played, they've got a chance to get in.
And it'll depend on
depends on all the other tournaments.
Some other teams that are on the similar similar RPI and what they do in their tournament.
And since this show goes into New Orleans and to Lafayette, we got to give a shout out. Bob Marlin's UL Raging Cajuns
just blitzed the Sun Belt.
And since they won the regular season, I like this rule. They are guaranteed a berth in the NIT if they do not win their conference tournament.
I like that too.
And the Southeastern Lions, Jay Ladner and company, same thing holds true with them. They're the #1 seed in the upcoming Southern Conference tournament. If they don't win that, then there's an NIT. And what if LSU goes NIT? Then what? Ooh, you never know.
Or do Southeastern and ULL play each other?
I think so.
You know, so you got and UNO's got a good program. They could win the Southland tournament over in Katy, Texas.
Right.
So, we always talk about football. We always talk about baseball. But Bob Marlin and Nick has done a great job for the Raging Cajuns.
And don't forget Nichols. Nichols and Southeastern actually tied for the regular season title, and Southeastern beat them twice in the regular season. They win the tiebreaker. So you got Nichols, you've got UNO, you've got Southeastern, you've got UL Lafayette.
Well, I heard the Southeastern coach on your program the other day. What a nice guy. Good guy. Obviously, he's winning things.
Appreciative.
Need to get more fans over there for all sports in Hammond, although the baseball had a big crowd.
Yeah, they had a big crowd against Nichols. They had the whole baseball team came back from Baton Rouge. They were there. The football team was there. That place made some noise. It was fun.
Good. There you go. All right. Hey, this is going to put another Tigers Roar in the books. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook. Facebook page is Pelican Broadcasting. Twitter account is @Pelican Sports. You can catch this program and a lot of other things we do, including that Southern women's basketball game, Southern men's basketball game. It's all at youtube.com/Pelican Broadcasting. So check that out when you have a chance at our YouTube channel. Jordy Hultberg, once again, job well done. We thank Buddy for pinch hitting last week, but
ratings went through the roof.
Oh yeah, the Bud Man
skyrocketed.
Yeah, he's the Bud Man. You can catch him on the radio. All of us do it on the radio a little bit. So we'll do this again next week. Also want to thank Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com.
We can do it on Wednesday because the NCAA tournament starts on Thursday. Then I'm off.
Then
the
you're
books.
glued to the TV. All right. Well,
yes.
Next Wednesday, that's the original airing each week, and replays on the Pelican and the ETEL cable system, and of course, as I just mentioned, youtube.com/Pelican Broadcast. And hey, it takes a lot of people to put this show together. Many people work very hard to get it done. So we appreciate all those people here on the team at Pelican Broadcasting. Most importantly, we thank you for watching, spreading the roar, telling other people about it no matter when you do catch this edition of Tigers Roar. On behalf of Jordy Hultberg, I'm Tommy Chrysan. Have a wonderful week, everyone.
It's time to find out the truth about health insurance.
True or false? I can't get health insurance because I missed the open enrollment period. False.
If you had a life change such as moving, getting married, having a child, or a job loss, you are eligible to buy a new policy.
I don't have a life-changing event, so I can't get health insurance. False.
You can purchase affordable short-term policies even if it's not open enrollment.
I have to spend hours shopping around for an insurance policy that's right for me. False.
Call Healthcare will connect you with licensed agents that do the work for you, comparing hundreds of options, making sure you get a policy that fits all your needs at the best price.
Call now and we'll connect you to a licensed agent that will answer all your questions. The call and the service are free, so what are you waiting for?
Call Healthcare, getting the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call now. Representatives are standing by to assist you.
My name is Dr. Nicole Rogers, and I'm here in Old Metairie, Louisiana at Hair Restoration of the South, where your hair is our care. And I'd like to invite you to come and visit and discuss various options for treatment of thinning hair. These can include both medical and surgical options. You don't have to go straight to surgery. In the meantime, feel free to check out our website, hairrestorationofthesouth.com, and we look forward to seeing you soon.